So this is Michael Knowles, and he is talking about how science is mostly fake. I mean, that's the caption of the video that we're watching. Let's see what he says.
Science is fake, duh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, duh. How did your iPhone get here? Magic. Yeah.
A belief, a deep religious belief in Jesus.
Jesus gave you the iPhone. Yeah, it wasn't anyone else.
I woke up one day, it was under my pillow.
Yeah, like a tooth fairy.
When I lost my tooth.
Yeah, it was there. Like, wow, thank you, America. Yeah.
In this way in public. We used to have standards and norms that discouraged perverted men like this from presenting themselves in these perverted ways, with the pink hair and the psycho affect, openly talking about chopping up little kids. Men should be terrified to do that sort of thing. And if they have any of these absolutely perverted and sadistic desires, they should keep them to themselves, and they should work on themselves and try to cast those demons out of their bodies. And that's the cultural level of this.
So,
demons.
A few lies. You don't chop off kids' parts.
Mm-hmm.
And
because it's not like he's only against kids doing it; he's also against adults doing it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's talking about an adult right now.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't that the bitch about this? You kind of pointed out, yeah.
It's like they'll talk about the kids, but at the end of the day, they want it for everybody.
You see, the thing with kids is that, like, I will admit that I haven't done enough research into it, so people can take this as they will. I do agree that kids are very moldable. So when it comes to teaching them how to be a certain way, you can basically inform their personalities.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they do eventually go their own way and become their own people.
Yeah.
So,
and I'll say it's pretty early on when they know.
Yeah.
Or at least when they start, figuring it out, being curious and all that.
So, like, I would understand why people have issues with doing the chemical stuff, but the therapeutic stuff and the psychological stuff, that should be all right.
Go to a psychologist and figure out what they want.
Yeah, like why is that an issue? The affirming part. You don't have to do the surgical stuff, but like, why does it have to be viewed as a holistic thing? I can understand you wouldn't be comfortable with them picking to do chemicals or do the changes in the hormones, but why not just see a therapist?
The thing is, like, they care about them in this sense, but if it was in another sense, like, let's say if there was a kid with leukemia, Michael Knowles would say, if you can't pay for it, then fuck you.
That's true.
It's like you take the typical Republican conservative, Tea Party view, where you say, like, well, if you don't have the money, then you don't deserve it. If it was a poor kid, they get less money. Like in Texas, when they did the drunk driver kill law, if it's a poor kid, they get less money than if it's a rich kid.
Oh yeah.
That's we did a segment on that before. Yeah, but like, if they'll only care if it has to do in any way with the LGBTQ community, if it has to do anything with them being impoverished or struggling because their family doesn't have money, they don't give a fuck. If the kid is starving, they don't care. They'll leave it up to the charity, which can only get a small community of people, but not the whole American population.
Here, I'll throw you guys a bone. I think the children of rich parents should be fed too. If they want to go get the shitty cafeteria food for whatever dumbass reason.
I mean, who knows? Maybe the parents forgot to get them their fucking food. No child should go hungry.
That's not, that shouldn't be their problem or their fault. If they want that food, they should go get the food.
It's just...
There you go.
The right way to say it's a red herring. Is just, at the end of the day, they don't really... They don't, huh?
It's a non-issue.
Yeah, it's a non-issue. And they truly, they don't care about children in any other sense than the way that it affects the LGBTQ community.
Just going to point it out, LGBTQ kids are some of the greatest, statistically speaking, victims of violence and abuse. And then your guys' retort would be, because of all the groomers and genderqueers. But then you guys forget, they're also people who get kicked out by their Christian conservative parents. Yeah. They're people who get they get demonized by their communities, by their church, by their school. I mean, you're talking about a group of people who, in some places of society, still live on the fringes. So, and it's because you put them there. So, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, if you stop treating them this way, maybe they wouldn't be so disadvantaged. But, whatever. Screw it. Logic sucks.
Of course.
Michael Knowles would say logic is gay.
He said condoms is gay, so,
All things are gay.
Yeah.
There is the even deeper level that
Go on.
I haven't heard a lot of people acknowledge,
Oh, yeah?
which is
Let's do it.
this is yet another reminder that science is mostly fake.
I like how he has to laugh through. Like, does he know that he's bullshit? It's like, what got you the fucking camera that's filming you right now? Was it not science? Was it not science that got you the ability to talk to the fucking internet? Does DARPA not exist? Was DARPA mostly fake?
You live in the future. We literally live in the future when it comes to all the tech. Like, do you realize how far technology's come in the last 50 years?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't say science is mostly fake when he goes to the fucking hospital to get medication. In any other situation, if he had
Science
cancer,
ain't fake when he drives his car.
Yeah.
When he uses his phone, the internet streams to his
The
fucking
shit that made his suit.
dipshit audience.
The stuff that cut his hair. The stuff that fixed his teeth.
Oh yeah, the gel.
The gel, yeah, all the process. Like, the
Nope.
Industrial Revolution is mostly fake. The
all
Enlightenment,
fake.
mostly fake.
Probably
the
gay.
mic on his jacket, mostly fake.
Gay. Don't
Oh.
forget gay.
Yeah, sure.
Probably gay too.
Not that scientism or the politicization of science or whatever other.
You're the people who politicize it. You're the ones who say, let's listen to the facts. Let's listen to biology. But you will ignore therapists, psychologists, sociologists. You'll just ignore them. You'll write them off. They're not scientists. Whatever. Like, you don't give a fuck about science when it is inconvenient to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is. The world doesn't care about our political leanings. Sometimes we have to bend to the world. Sometimes we can bend the world, but sometimes we gotta
They
bend with
believe
it.
in the 1 in 10 dentists that say that your Colgate fucking toothpaste isn't real. They also believe in the 1 in 10 scientists that say that tobacco isn't bad for you.
What
know?
nine
It's the 1 in
dentists
10.
do they get, though? You know, that is something I gotta ask. Like, where the fuck y'all get these dentists from? Where are they from? Are these like the C-listers from like some random place?
And they don't care if those scientists
Are they like
the researchers
Oxford,
are paid
Harvard?
off by oil companies. At the end of the day,
Hogwarts.
DailyWire is paid by oil companies.
Squishy language, the more centrist kind of people want to grant. But the whole endeavor of the scientific revolution, the premise of
Tell
which
us.
is that reality
Tell us.
is fundamentally physical, that is flawed. It's not true.
Oh yeah, why is that?
Modern scientific culture has given us certain nice things, but it's given us a lot of bad things as well, like transgenderism,
God
transhumanism,
damn it.
and sky.
I am a fan of transhumanism, and it's like, you know why? Because transhumanism is a broad, flexible concept. Transhumanism can include everything. Like, my mom has a pacemaker that keeps her alive. That's a bit of technology that
He wasn't
actively runs
born.
her
He
body.
grew up with fucking polio.
There are people who have hearing aids. There are people who have prosthetics. Transhumanism has uplifted people.
Mr. Beast gave people back their eyesight, alright?
Why
That would not
is
have been
it
possible.
bad? These people never explain why it's bad, because in every time we see it demonstrated, it is a good thing. It helps people. Especially when we use it ethically. Anyway, transhumanism is good. It's given people vision. It's given people prosthetic body parts. It's given people iron lungs. It's given people what do they call it? I just talked about it. The in their heart, the
Pacemaker?
huh? The what?
Pacemaker?
Yeah, pacemakers. People put pacemakers, hearing aids. There's so many different technologies that we have put into people and has made them better. Has made them uplifted their quality of life. I mean, wheelchairs even. You're talking about all these different technologies that help people. And these are clear-cut examples of transhumanism at its best. If you want to talk about the nightmarish, like, Warhammer 40k stuff, it's like, yeah, that could happen in your version of the world, in the corporate-ran hellhole where we're all just fuel for profit.
I wonder how this would compare to the Rumble podcaster who said that natives should stop smoking the peace pipe and make guns. It's like they're going in two different directions. It's like the conservative that says, rah, rah, go on ahead with science. and create the military conquest, and then we have Michael Knowles talking about go back to tradition, go back, go
This
far
schizophrenia,
behind.
man.
skyrocketing rates of depression and anxiety and suicidality, and
What? Hold on.
skyrocketing rates of depression and anxiety, like transgenderism and transhumanism, and skyrocketing rates of depression and anxiety and suicidality, and a loss of the sense of meaning in this world, and a neglect of the fundamental spiritual and metaphysical realities of.
See, okay, so that right there is the big problem. Is you fundamentally believe in something that can't be proven. You want to talk about, oh, don't believe in science, just believe in my bullshit. And it's like, at the end of the day, if you want to fix depression, if you want to fix, hell, you're not even really fix people with transgender issues, just help them get treated. You don't listen. It's the same problem as the last guy. You don't give a fuck about what scientists have to say, about what doctors have to say, unless they agree with you. It doesn't matter if the overwhelming majority of scientific literature points in one direction. You'll find the one guy who disagrees with it all and pick him out. Yeah. It's like, at the end of the day, you don't care about these problems, and that's because of that last part. You believe in metaphysical shit, and at the end of the day, that's just fancy talk for bullshit. Fancy talk for, I heard it, someone made it up, or I made it up, or God done did it. That's all it means. God done did it. He's just making it sound smart. But that's all it ever has been. Like, I don't know, man. These arguments don't originate from shit. Because the whole world we live in now is literally built and held up by science. The future of our species is going to be off of science. Other countries are passing us because they have more scientists in them. They are training more doctors than we are. They are training more engineers and mechanics than we are. We are behind because of this ideology of distrusting science. No, you guys don't like science because it agrees with a lot of the therapeutic things. You understand the fact that... Fuck. The problem is that the lens of analysis change. And the sympathetic perspectives that are being placed into science are now being practiced widely. And you don't like that. You want to go back to the world which we bust open the heads of minorities to see why their skulls are different shapes than ours. When we could just acknowledge that, hey, the genetics point to them being people too. But no.
Just fixed headaches. Yeah.
Weird heads, but hey, turns out a person from Sweden has more genetic similarities to someone from another part of the... Like, it turns out, do you know that two people from the same country can have more genetic diversity than two people from, like, totally different sides of the country, like, world? It's crazy. There is more variety in groups than between them. So, whatever, man. We're doing the dance again, but at the end of the day, like, he's just intellectualizing the anti-scientific perspectives that have been with us forever, while also using all the fruits of science to push those ideologies, those self-destructive ideologies. I just want you guys to know, the cynical perspective is simple. A country without science loses, because our bombs don't fall where they need to, our medicine doesn't treat what's needed to be treated, our guns won't shoot straight, and our trains won't run on time. Science is fundamental. If you're anti-science, then you're anti-American. You're anti-American domination, which I thought Michael Knowles liked. And the reason we are the dominant force on this globe, and do not get this fucking twisted, is our technological superiority. American military technology, the $1 billion a pop vertibird, or no, I'm gonna say vertibird, the $1 billion blackbirds that can fly into space. You know how Virgin Galactic made their big spoof about space planes? They had space planes in the 60s. Cost us $1 billion plus to just make one. And that's why we won the Cold War, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. But whatever. I mean, if Michael Knowles is that anti-American, that's fine. I'm cool with that. I don't like America either, Michael. Bring America down with your fucking stupid-ass ideology.